In the first question, we discussed about the variables. Variable means a memory location. You declare and allocate a memory location which is to be used later, and this memory location is C, but the value of C is changing. First time it's 5, then 5 plus 5, 5 plus then 10 plus 5, then 15 plus 5. So if you use C plus C, one asks whether can you use C plus C, what will happen? C. If you use C plus C, it will be 5, 10, 20, 40, 80. So that is the problem, Akash. If you use C plus C, the problem will be this. You can use C plus C, but then so you won't get the expected outcome. That is the issue. So you can try this, right? You can try this C plus 5 and run this, and you can see the output 5 to 100. So divisible numbers 5 to 100. You can just run the code and see. Shall we quickly do with this with the Pascal compiler? Shall we quickly do this with the Pascal compiler? Right, I have sent the link to you. See whether you can run the program by typing the exact same thing. Check whether you can run this. So let me explain another thing. So you can write the same code using this too, but this is too lengthy. But still you can try. Like someone can think like this. Think according to the question. Question says start from 1, go until 100. While you can say C is less than or equal to 100. This is the question. Do. What to do? Begin. If C mod 2 equal C mod 5 පහෙන් බෙදනවා නම් පහෙන් බෙදිලා ඉතුරු වෙන්නේ බිඳුව නම් you can write like this. If C mod 5 equals 0, මේ ඉලක්කම පහෙන් බෙදිලා බිඳුවක් ඉතුරු වෙනවා. Then write that C. Then you can say C equals C plus 1. Go one by one. End. That is another way to write this program. That will also work. You can see it will also give the numbers from 1 to 100, but that is lengthier. You have more work to do. But you can write this one or this one. I'll add that to the note. Both are correct, Pute. So this is also correct. And not just that, the previous one which I have sent to you as a message, that is also correct. That is easier. So this is easier. Oh, what has happened? This is easier, right? Easier but ugly. Right, let me change this, undo everything. C plus 5. This is also okay. This is easier way of doing the same thing. Let me copy both and add to your note. This is method 1. Akash, you can try. Why don't you try? So you can try. You can always try, right? When suggesting these things, best thing is you can try. Because you have the programming environment, you can do that. This is Pascal code. In the question, they have not asked this. But still, that's important since I have given this to you, since it's still important, right? So this is the Pascal code. Either this one or this one. Both are okay. Another method. Try for both methods. Both will work. Okay, the next question. Next question. Student need to print 10 numbers. Right, let me zoom the question. Student need to print 10 numbers and find the distance between, find the gap between the minimum and the maximum number. Out of those 10 inputs, write a pseudocode and draw a flow chart to assist him. This time, this is serious, right? This not look like easy one. Seems serious. So what you need to do? So student need to input 10 numbers. Need to input 10 numbers. Think. Right? And find the distance between minimum and maximum. That means student has to find the minimum number and maximum number both. Dekama hoya ganna ඕන. Student has to find the minimum number and maximum number both. Okay, let me know. Right? Let me know. So if there is only one number, what is the minimum and what is the maximum? If there's only one number, what is the minimum and what is the maximum?
Same number.
Same number. If there's only one number, that is the minimum and that is the maximum. Then you have to check the newcomers, enemies. Okay, if there is only one student in this class, so then he is the best and he's the worst. Right? He's the best as well as he's the worst. If there's only one student in the class. But new enemy comes. Then the new student, that old student has to think about the new enemies. Whether this enemy will become best or will he become worst. Right? If the new enemy is better than the old enemy, right? If new enemy is better than the old enemy, then the best enemy will be the new enemy. Understood? If new enemy is better than the old enemy, the worst or the best enemy will be the new one. If a new enemy is not better than the old enemy, then no need to change that. You can keep the old enemy. So that is what you have to use. I was joking, but so you have to use the same thing. See this. You start. Starting is anyway, it's there, right? Start karanna to mukut karanna baya pute. You have to start. I have to mention again. So pute and due both. Yes, I have to mention that, otherwise the girls will get angry. Okay, you have to start. Starting is anyway compulsory. Then you can say the first one. C is equal to 1. The counter is equal to 1. Input the first number, and that is the base, that is the largest number, and that is the smallest number too. Because you have one number, that is the large and that is the smallest. Then what you're going to do, then you can input, you can check whether the C is greater than or equal to 10. If so, you are going to C is, you are going to check that C is less than or equal to 10. If C is less than or equal to 10, so that means C is still not 10. If C is less than or equal to 10, what you are going to do? If C is less than 10, you are going to input the new number and you are going to check whether old enemy, the new enemy is greater than the old enemy. If so, the enemy will be the new one. The other words, large number එකටත් වැඩිය ලොකු එක්කෙනෙක් ආවොත් එයා තමයි අලුත් large. ඒ වගේම අනිත් පැත්තට අපි බලනවා small number එකටත් වඩා පොඩි number එකක් ආවොත් small number එකටත් වැඩිය small එක්කෙනෙක් ආවොත් එයා තමයි small. ඉන්න එක්කෙනා තමයි first time, the existing one will be the large and small both. Understand, right? එක්කෙනෙක් හිටියොත් එයා තමයි ලොකුම, එයා තමයි පොඩිම. A new one arrives. New one ඉන්න එක්කෙනාටත් වැඩිය ලොකුයි නම් එයා තමයි large. Yes නම් එයා තමයි large. New one ඉන්න එක්කෙනාටත් වැඩිය පොඩි නම්, ඉන්න smallest එක්කෙනාටත් වැඩිය පොඩි නම් එයා තමයි smallest. ඒ විදිහට largest and smallest හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. You do this 10 times. C equal 1 to C 10 unama, this will stop. When C greater than C is greater than 10, this will go here and it will find the gap and print the gap and stop. Okay, so write the question. Write the question. And please draw the flow chart related to that. And draw the flow chart related to that. Do this quickly. Don't take screenshots. So because that is not what I need. I need you to think and write this. Then only you will understand this really. Otherwise, it won't be a good effort. So please draw this. Think and write this, right? While you are drawing, think. Can we change? Can we change like this? Think and write. So the next thing is how you convert this kind of code. So how you convert this kind of code to a pseudo code. So that is easier than you think, right? So you have to find few things. So this is one thing, right? Let me draw. You have to find one thing. So if instruction flow is just one after another, then this is called, yes, can all students tell this? What is this structure? Instructions are flowing one after another. This is called, yes,
Flowchart.
sequence. Instructions are flowing one after another. That is sequence. Then instruction flow is going bidirectionally, right? If instruction flow is going bidirectionally, that means it's you don't have any kind of repeats, any kind of loops, but it's just going two directions. Go in this direction and go in this direction. So you can see go in this direction or this road or this road. You have to select either one road, either this road or this road. You have to select one road. These kind of things are called, you know the name, selection. So basically if else. These kind of things are called selection or if else. Then you can see some data flows are repeating. For an example, here it will come down, go with this arrow, going in this arrow, this direction, or either that direction, any direction, right? It can, after that, it can go any direction. So again to this one. After that, it can follow any direction, but it is coming up, and this is a circle. This circle-like thing is called, yes. So arrows are flowing one side here. The මෙතනින් එන arrow එකක් එක්ක මෙහෙන් යන්න ඕන මෙහෙන් යන්න ඕන. ඔය දෙපැත්තෙම ගිය යන arrow එකක් එක්ක මෙහෙන් යන්න ඕන මෙහෙන් යන්න ඕන. ඒ යන arrow ආපහු එන්නම ඕන ආපහු පටන් ගත්ත තැනටම එන්න ඕන. These structures are called, yes,
repetition.
Repetition. Yes. Iteration or repetition. So you have to identify these. Basically loops. You have to identify the sequence, selection, and repetition structures. Then you can easily write the code. These have sequence, selection, repetition, all three. Then you can start writing the code. Okay, let me erase this. Sequence you can just write. You can say begin. After beginning, you can say okay, begin, then c equal 1, then 1 by 1 by 1, like input num, then same thing, ln equal num and sn equal num, same thing, right? But here you can see the loop begins. So you have to start the loop. You can say while c less than or equal to 10, the loop begins. Then inside that you have to write, okay, inside the loop. So what should be input num, again input num, and there you have if num less than last number, then you have to tell what to do. Then the large number, then large number equal this num. Again if num less than the smallest number, then Sn smallest number equal num. Okay, then end this while. Finally, after end while, what you have to do? You have to find the gap. Gap equal large number minus the small number, and then display gap and end. That's all. So this is how you write the coding. Okay, let me show this more clear way. So rather than just writing in the screen, let me show this in more clear way. So this represent the code. You see here, c equal 1 input num, ln equal num and sn equal num. While c less than or equal to 10, do what to do? Input the number. If number is greater than large number, then large number is the num. If number is smaller than smaller number, then smaller number is the num. Then add in c equals c plus 1, this part. End the while, find the gap, print the gap, and end. Simple as that. Right? It's very simple. So if you know these structures, then it is easy to convert. So let's do few questions for newcomers. I think you have to do few questions. So like this. And similar to that, so this is almost similar. You can write the program. This is almost similar to the
චාර්ජරේ වැඩි කරන්න
තමන්ට තියෙන්න ඕන ඕපනා තමන් බලන්න ඕන Wi-Fi එකේ බැටරි තියෙනවද
think. Yes. Ruin, you have to turn off the mic when you're rejoining. Right? You can see here. Right? Let's compare the pseudocode with this one, right? Then you can understand this very well. Let's compare the pseudocode with this one. This is our pseudocode. Boru code ekai atta code ekai compare karala balamu. Then you can understand this very well. Let's zoom a little. And this is your false code, and this is the true code. Begin the program hello. So you have to declare all the variables before use. You have to declare all the variables. Then you have to say c equal 1. Okay, same. Input, you have 2 lines. Enter number kila liyala, then you have to read the input. So input num has 2 lines basically. You have to enter the number and read the number. Then last name equal number is large number equal number, smallest number equal number, because you have only one number. That is the largest and that is the smallest. Largest is also, smallest is also the same number. Then while c less than 10, do what to do? Begin and end. Within that, enter the number. Again, same thing, input the number. After entering the number, you can compare. If the new number is greater than the existing දැනට ඉන්න ලොකුම කෙනාටත් වැඩි ලොක් එකක් කෙනා. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙන භාෂාවෙන් කියනනම් ලංකාවේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට තේරෙන්නේ අර TV hypnosis කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. TV hypnosis කියලා කියන්නේ TV බැලුවම ඒ TV වලින් හදලා දෙනවා පොඩි මෝහනයක් වගේ එකක් දෙනවා. TV hypnosis is that. When you watch TVs, you will always used to believe that whatever said and done, whatever explained in the TV. So if you are watching Hindi movies continuously, you will start to behave as a Hindi actress or Hindi actor. So that is called TV hypnosis. News so you believe in the particular news and you start behave like that news. Hari api hituma TV එකේ system එකට. ඉස්සෙල්ලාම එනවා ප්‍රාදේශීය සභා මන්ත්‍රී. එයා තමයි පොඩිම එයා තමයි ලොකුම. ඊට පස්සේ ටිකක් වෙලා යනකොට එනවා ඊට වැඩි ලොකු එක්කෙනෙක් පළාත් සභා මන්ත්‍රී. Then now what you have to do is you have to give the place to the particular. The newcomer is larger, so give the place to the newcomer and you have to stand up. Next comes the parliament MP, minister in parliament. And then the particular Pradesi Sabha Mantri or the Palas Sabha Mantri, yeah, the Parliament Mantri, MP. So likewise, so whenever the newcomer is larger than the existing number, existing in the you have to give room to that one. Then it's similar to when it comes to the other side, ඉන්න එක්කෙනාට වැඩිය පොඩි එක්කෙනෙක් ආවොත් අපි යාට chance එක දෙන්න ඕනේ පොඩිම කෙනා හොයන්න මොන. So we are going to find that in that. So then in each round you have to implement this CY1 because we are going to input 10 numbers. And then find the gap and print in the gap. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this. Quickly take a screenshot. Anyway, I'm going to send the file to you, right? I'll send the file after the lesson. I'll send the file to you. Don't worry. Okay, take a screenshot. If not, I'll send the file. Okay, let me run this quickly and show this before we finish the class. Let me run the code and show you. Okay, it's asking me to input a number. It is again asking, again asking, again asking, again asking, again asking, again asking. Likewise, I can give 10 numbers. It will repeat this for 10 times. Then it will subtract the largest, which is 834 within 3 adukala 831 kela. It will give the output. So this is the program. Is you have to write this program and test this by yourself. Write this and test it by yourself. I'll send the file to you. Okay, with that we are going to finish today's session. I'll send this file. Please test this, right? Please do this, test this and come to the next class. If you have any difficulties, please ask in the WhatsApp group. I can help you and explain. Okay then. Good night, guys. See you all in the next day. I'll send the note to you.
Sir, recording එකක් දානවා නේද?
Oh, recording එකක් දානවා.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Right, okay. Night, bye.
Thank you, sir.